What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Now, y'all know the last time I talked about Doja Cat on my channel, she had came out and basically said that her last two albums were basically cash grabs, that they were made for the label for ultimate success, and that she really was not all that interested in the music, that she was just doing what she know would be successful, right? All of that led up to her single Attention, which was pretty much, for better or worse, a backpack rap style record. She says that it's not an official single necessarily. She says she has more bops for the album for her fans. However, we're now seeing that she's still going at it with those exact same fans. A lot of people that want to support her feel pretty unsettled. They're not knowing what to do. She's like their favorite artist. However, it seems that she no longer wants to be anybody's favorite artist. It seems she's doing her best to lose her fan base and perhaps fall into obscurity, perhaps go into having a regular life. It seems that being a superstar artist, being this pop artist, being this icon, or whatever it is that they're trying to make her out to be, is not actually what she desires. A couple years ago, she was called out for being in some alt-right chat rooms on Tiny Chat. She issued apologies about that back then, but it seems like she's back spending time in those same types of chat rooms currently. There's a video circulating on Twitter that shows that, and she's got her current look with the short hair, the funny little design she puts on her eyes and all of that stuff definitely looks pretty recent. Not to mention the fact that she literally called out her core fan group, okay? Some of the people that support her have been calling themselves kittens, and apparently she came out and said that you guys who call yourselves that are creepy. You need to get a job so you can help your mom out with the house bills. In addition to outright dissing her fans, there's also a bit of controversy surrounding herself with this rumored romance that she has with musician Cyrus. These two were first spotted together back in November. Her fans were definitely hoping that that was not her actual boyfriend, but it does seem that it is what it is, right? They were kissing on a yacht in June, so it's pretty much been all but confirmed at this point. Now, shortly after those photos surfaced online, several people came forward with allegations of grooming and sexual misconduct against Cyrus. Many of these users who were fans of Doja, they urged her to address this controversy and, of course, address her rumored relationship with him, because they wanted this to not be true. They didn't want to have their favorite artist be associated with an alleged sex offender, or at the very least, a groomer and perhaps a pedophile. Unfortunately, to her fans' chagrin, instead of addressing these things, instead of coming out and denouncing his alleged activity, she has blocked several Twitter users who had publicly accused Cyrus of these things. One person claimed Doja blocked me earlier this month, then DM'd me this. She thinks I was trolling her predator boyfriend's live stream and reported me to cybersecurity. It's getting really weird, man. I don't know what her intentions are. I don't know what her issue really is. It seems that she's dealing with some demons deep down, and she's lashing out on those that really want to support her the most. Shortly afterward, Doja wound up addressing the subject. She responded to an Instagram user who commented, "Leave that white man," under one of her posts, and Doja responded candidly. She said, "He's fucking me as I typed this," before making it clear in a separate comment that she didn't care what people thought of her personal life. I'll go ahead and read that comment to you verbatim. She says, "I want y'all to read this comment and take it as a message. I don't give up what you think about my personal life. I never have and never will give up what you think about me or my personal life. Goodbye and good riddance, miserable hoes." Over the weekend, she posted on Threads, "My life, my rules, my style, my attitude," to which someone else that was a fan said, "I want to hear you say, I do love you guys. As usual, you say to your fans." And Doja comes back and says, "I don't though, because I don't even know y'all." My God. You want to talk about going from the window to the wall with controversy, man? It's like she's just stewing up the brew and just waiting for y'all to try her so she could throw some more at your ass. Another commenter said, "And we don't know you, but we have supported you through thick and thin. Mind you, you'd be nothing without us. You'd be working at a grocery store making songs on effing GarageBand, Miss High School Dropout." She says, "Nobody forced you. I don't know why you're talking to me like you're my mother, bitch. You sound like a crazy person." Now, the main thing that's really interesting about all this kitten talk and her denouncing her fans and telling them not to call themselves that, many Twitter users actually noted that Doja created a poll asking her fans whether they wanted to be called kittens or cubs, and they referred to themselves as the kittens ever since it received the most votes. So she opened the floor She let people vote on what they wanted to be called. And now, you know, some time has passed. She no longer wants to associate with that. And she's now insulting the same people that have supported her all this time, saying y'all are basically losers and you should stop calling yourselves this bullshit. One of her fans said, "We're only using the name that you gave your fans." To which she replies, "When I was an alcoholic teen." That's kind of crazy there. To my knowledge, I don't think Doja was a teenager when she blew up. I mean, maybe I'm off. Maybe I don't know her actual age. Let me do some confirmation here. Okay, I'm not tripping. Doja Cat is currently 27 years old. She has not been in the spotlight long enough to say that was when she was an alcoholic teen. If she was 18 or 19, maybe I would give her a pass, but that was about 8 years ago. She didn't even pop off within that time period. We've only really known who she is for the past 5 years, perhaps, maybe even 4, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, 2018, 2019-ish, most people got on with her. She was already signed before that, but prior to that, we weren't really checking for her. Moo is what put her on the map. It's just kind of crazy to think that somebody who's seeing all of this success would just kind of disown everybody that got her to this point. Some of her fan pages and people that have really been going hard trying to get her to the top of the charts every time she makes a release, etc., they're now deleting their pages altogether, basically denouncing their support for her career. And even Doja actually went on Threads and deactivated her account as well, which is where all of this controversy and back and forth was taking place. In my opinion, I think it was probably the label that said, all right, man, we're going to put a stop to this. You don't have enough support going on over there. Threads is not popular enough to even be engaging with people over there. Pull that shit down. You're making us look bad. You're fucking up the money. You're fucking up the investment. Get this shit under control. Despite all of the negativity, it does seem that some people are still coming to her defense. They're actually arguing that she has somewhat of a right to call out the quote-unquote parasocial relationships that fans sometimes develop with their favorite artists, basically meaning that you're entitled to their space, to their opinions, to their personal life, and that you have some sort of say-so in who that person is or who they can be or what they can do. I kind of identify with this because I do think that there is a certain level of mental illness that goes into being a part of somebody's stan group or a part of their hive. If you can watch somebody and you think that you can dictate what they do just because you support or buy their music, that is a bit excessive. If you feel like you can tell that person who to date, they may make a bad decision. They may make a mistake, but you don't have the right to tell that person that they can't do that. They have to see for themselves that they're making a mistake. They have to go through the fire and see that it's hot. And if she does at some point, which I'm sure she probably will, she's going to have to come to that realization on her own. She's going to have to deal with those issues on her own, and the fans aren't necessarily going to be able to get her through it. There's really not enough support in the world that's going to get a troubled artist through. If she's dealing with depression, anxiety, all of these different things on her own, it's going to take personal work on her behalf to make it through. People buying her music, the people streaming her music, people booking her at shows. It does not seem like she enjoys performing anymore. She's been very vocal about that. She doesn't want to do any of the work associated with being an artist outside of hitting the studio and just releasing. I don't know if her label's going to allow her to have that minimum amount of work, but it seems like that's what she wants. And it seems like she'd rather be an underground artist at this point. Unfortunately, her contractual obligation probably won't give her the leeway to do that. And just to take it a step further, for those that don't understand what parasocial relationships are, it was my first time really hearing about it. A parasocial relationship is a one-sided relationship where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time, and the other party, which is typically the persona, is completely unaware of the other's existence. Parasocial relationships are most common with celebrities, organizations such as sports teams, or television stars. I have to agree, right? Like, it is very much imbalanced. There is a give and take, but of course that personality or persona is the one taking, and only thing that they're giving you is content for you to associate yourself with. I think a lot of us, maybe not myself, but a lot of people out there do need to evaluate themselves, evaluate how much time and dedication you're putting into these people. It creates unhealthy expectations. It creates unhealthy entitlement, and it makes you feel like you actually have a voice in that person's life when you don't. And I don't think anybody should have to answer to millions of people on who they date. The only thing that I can really hope for is that she doesn't find herself being abused in any manner on her own, and that no one else has to be while she's with him. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know what the future holds for them. Again, she's going to find out what his true character is in due time. You just got to wait it out. Let me know what y'all think of all of this down below in the comments. There's a lot to unpack here. I don't have all the answers. I'm just here to speak on what's going on, give some context, and allow you guys the platform. Please be respectful, not only to myself, but to other people in the comments, and also to Doja to a degree. You don't have to like or love her, but we all have to remain some sort of human decency, okay? Much love and respect. I'll see y'all on the next one. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see you later. All right? Peace.